Good morning. I wish I'm from what to say. And then your corners are a higher Kennedy at Japan Junior page. Sounds on our life or last media GH. I wish ya a mamunya quaba about page no. Quaba trans in a income. I had it, but be I had it. Because finally, and some phone amount for it in social media no so no. Ne two picture because say eh Kurobia ni hɔ a wɔpɛ so project ahwɛ a wonya nhwɛ. Yes. Asɛm bia ni hɔ a wɔbɛbisa a yɛntumi nya evidence ɛmfa nkyerɛ wo. Sɛ na yɛkuromfoɔ a ndesifoɔ yɛn nuanom wɔn se aban wɔ ba a yɛwɔ nyɛ hwee. Aban ne nyɛ hwee. Aban ne nyɛ hwee. Asantefoɔ nya hwee. Akrafoɔ nya hwee. Kumansifoɔ, Abonomfoɔ obiara nya hwee. Ɛna yɛde track delivery track yɛde aba. Yɛde ba yɛn nso a wɔn si yɛ na asɛm bɛn nie wɔyɛ adwuma ɛho hia sɛ wɔbɛkɔ akɔyɛ an application a showcase deɛ wɔyɛ. Now what is your standard? Abusua maame nka asɛm nkyerɛ mo. Maame nka asɛm wɔ nkyerɛ mo. Governance is about accountability. Ɛna woyɛ government anaasɛ woyɛ aban so a adeɛ bi a wɔbɛyɛ biara no sɛ even manhole mpo ɛna wɔbɛbɔ a saa manhole na wɔbɔɔyɛ no ɛwɔ sɛ hu sɛ wode kuro no sika ɛna ɛyɛɛyɛ. So nti every little thing, either it is a manhole, either it is one block, either it is just one room built kura mpo na ɛyɛ aban no ɛna ɛyɛɛyɛ. Na aban no na ɛyɛɛyɛ a na ɛkyerɛ sɛ ɛnyɛ aban no bɔtɔm sika na ɔde yɛɛyɛ na mbom no ɛyɛ ɔman no sika ɛka na yɛka ho asɛm no ɛno bie ɛna ɔde yɛɛyɛ. Nti it is normal sɛ wopɛ sɛ wonya accountable ɛnkyerɛ ɔman mu ma a ɛwɔ sɛ deɛ wayɛ biara no either it cost pin, it cost city, it cost cents or whatever. Now you must show to the people say we me because okay ka saa nneɛma no nyinaa bɔ mu a ɛne na wobɛnya the total amount of money being borrowed or the total amount of money being spent or the total amount of data ɛsensɛn ɔman no ko. Nti deɛ yɛn nuanom mandisifoɔ yɛ no ɛna saa nneɛma nketenkete wɔ enum nyinaa na wɔde kyerɛ. Yes, it's normal because yɛamfa nkyerɛ mu a na mo count the cost involved in the big projects na saa small projects no sika a yɛde yɛɛyɛ no you will not account for that one. You will not calculate it. You think say those monies has been stored. So that is why this morning I'm happy, I'm glad that MPP leadership has planned to bring out every little thing that they have done across the country. Now, Druba bi nsɛm bi wɔ hɔ na oni nipa no bi ne nka na ɔmo nka nyɛ kwasi asamoa mo akɔ aba. Ɛyɛ aneya pa sɛ when we talk about development ɛyɛ na ndc for no think ɔmo adwene bɔ ɔmo timi nyinaa ne sɛ ɛyɛ Accra ɛne Accra ne Kumasi anatema anatakora de enko ana yɛ kuro bi a ɛwɔ ɔman no mu. Because anytime that you talk about projects across different areas, then they will compare Rich Hospital, KJTIA market, they will compare young kind of say Terminal 3, so on. But it is not about that. It is not about that. The issue is your micro. So it is important to bring every part of the country in the development agenda. You have to bring every part of the country in the development agenda. How do we do that? We do that by solving every part of the country's problem. Either it is big or it is small. Because when I out Accra and I want to Kwayamba Bruch into here airport. Now, me kwaku a me titano number 2 or tayano kurumuno. Me airport no, me de ye den watayano. Enti ebi ana me na me watayano number 2 no. De me here no a different thing. Ebi ana me kurum bridge kitua bi na me pe. Said ya be ya nsuo bi ada me kuro nchen ehiri a emebu mfa me so. Ebi ana me kurum sabio kwan bi ketua bi na me pese enye mame said ya be ya metumi akọ na matumi aba. Ebi ana me area meti wo berekum sabio good drainage system na me hwehwe because of say nsuo to a na the erosion hohoro ya dan ase na the erosion ebu ya dan agufom. Ebi so bia na oti sehwe na ono so ni problem ne say ne no baa na odo a ontumi mfa makrum enti obehia ka akwan a obetumi de niema no abakrum. Enti there's no part of the country is left behind, and no citizen in the country should be left behind. Enya Accra enkoa ene Ghana. So the issue of ena de ba ye yesi Race Hospital, ena ba ye yesi KJT Market, ena ba ye yesi E-Blocks, ena ba ye yesi Terminal 3, ena hwan. It does not make sense. It does not make sense because me say if you even say a person avoid the immigration, the internal immigration, and what Ghana maimuno. Say a person yenye the yensia no kwanya. We must to make sure say every part of the country must to benefit part of the cake, national cake. Because enye obi pe so be free tamale. So aba Accra, aba bedi pa. Yo Malanzaki, ya mwakwaba. Enye obi pe so be free tamale, aba Kumasi, abedi pa. Enye obi pe se bi obi free Sampa, aba Kumasi, ana obi kwa Accra, so kwa kodi pa. But enam say situation, the economical situation I work Sampa na tamale, ana se bi na volongo no, eninti pushi akwada no, mani paja ne mo se oba Accra, aba be pe bibiaye. Enti se oyo obi opese wo man ye nchichire ma obi ahụ ntọ no ba bi owa. What you have to do is say you bring everybody on track. You bring every part of the country in the developmental agenda. You make sure say baby obi bia wo bia no de oye a odi e man nsa kona no obetumi aye bibi improvement ama sa adwuma na oye no aba ye adwuma bia ebe sombo na mmom no ompaja ne mu mfiri ne kurom enko ba bi owo. But NDC amanyoko na ko mu amanyoko bia chese omoye the devils, omoye the national wreckers, the national from say the national destroyers. The national destroyers. How can you come and criticize a government who is building every part of the country? And then His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Obedi Akunyani, and Hudi Oyeyana. And I'm going to say, I am Tigana, my and I'm going to say, ye nim the echo so or my no. And I want that so to say Ghana for a daso ewo abajim and mumwana. And I'm going to say, Sabio, the fact is say, Sabio, there are some corruption allegations bia ewa abanum no chile say abanin yehwe. Hey Abusia, hey Sure Tobiga, Masa fa nkwasi asem fudi yako. Utira mekano. Say pese ubeti the mekana, you are not forced to stay here. I did not come to beg you to come here. What Jimmy ana? Kwasi ampanyini. Ye Kenyans asema mubara mo kan kwasi asem. Jimmy. Ehena ufiri wa Ghana. Mahama ben dia na obeye mawo ewo ukuru mu. Ade papa ben mahama beye mawo. And I would say, Mahama, Yamun Kwasia, Fubrum to Semo, say, and Kadutin, Mahama would have even have the guts to come out say he want to lead the country. The Panankasabe country said he has learned from his mistake. It is automatically admitting that he has been a bad governor. You don't understand good governance and bad governance. Jimmy, go to every part of the country today and go and ask what they have gained from 2016 to now. Every single part of the country will tell you something that they have got. That is how we develop a country. And in the delivery track and and this for mano. Say munhu de monka. I feel the most project we a project ketwa. And I'm a tia me church no. Or man church no. Or bia when it needs. Area bia what ye hiano. Village bia what ye hiano. Crocesium when a plant the hiano. Because crocesium ye two yaye artifact. Yaye ensuo hori. But bia na mi kuromuno. Ye nyanya artifact ni bi. Ye nyanya ensuo no bi. Enti sa aban na ba na oba ba ye ensuo ma menya ensu papa no ma. For me, you know, it has done something for me. But obi o wa kra enam se ensuo wo ni kurom dadantino. You cannot solve his problem by doing the same thing that you did for me in the village. This is what you should think of. Accra people are thinking of how they can get rid of the traffic in the city. But when we kurum traffic in here, into the overhead, they call here the young kind of saying interchange go akwa yeden. When now someone you know what Jimmy for Sule Tobiga, who was in America, a yamati for us in America. The delivery tracker is a wonderful tool. This delivery tracker will make the campaign very, very easy. This delivery tracker will make even we the bloggers more powerful to dismantle the lies, the propaganda, the popularity, popularity vote that the NDC is after. No, we can demolish them one by one. It is insane. It is out of sense to say a government is building 111 hospitals across the country. Visible, tangible, physically present at the site. Na you because of power hand and tino. Ube to me bit na bontia kese abane nyehwe. Adentia usi obi baye obesi Rich Hospital esi Accra. Even se mo akwaba. Chese insensible. It does not make sense. Because me amete bono hafu. Me amete bono hafu my mono. Rich Hospital cannot save me. But se minya Brekum District Hospital bako ebeka Holy Family home. Minya another district hospital bako ebeka Holy Family wardrobe home. Minya another district hospital eno so ba besi Domahin Kuro. Na yenka ne say the bono ahafo sunya no so yenya baako si ho. Na yenka ne say the bono ahafo no yenya even 4 district hospital additional to what is present on the territory already. It is a problem solved. And as agenda 1117 na ye kano, enye hospital basa o, enye chip compound asem na ye kano. We are talking about hospitals with all the needed equipment. Enti mena meti bono hafo no. Obe catch them say men kwato Obama John Mahama because of say Obaye o si Rich Hospital si Accra. Na mom de waba wadwene me ho a wa come up to my feet in my village. Ababesi Hospital si ho ama me no. ono no onye papa enti me nkɔ na me nkɔto abama obi ono no ni development you know oye na wa akra. It does not make sense. I will never vote for that person. SKBTV me am akwaba I want to say it does not make sense to me, and it does not make sense also to any logical person. Obi bia na dwene mu da ho fine bia no ehu se de mahama na NDC for no ka it does not make sense. That is the same thing say it does not make sense to say there are assistance senior secondary schools across the country omo nsase bebre wo omo schools ho and make sense to say Messian Kwakosi another schools abela schools na ewo ho dada na omo on their track already. Now instead of me say me empower omo me continue na my expand because nsase wo ho me create the comfortable area for them so that they can learn. It does not make sense say me just say schools na gu ho ama say schools na ye basa na Kwakosi school adan mono because of popularity. It does not make sense. It is waste of money. It is waste of money, and it is waste of national resources. Enti se we Ghana nina sabio ye reason to you are it is not because maybe we are wearing a party color. We want you to listen to the logic behind our expressions. We want you to listen. Yo, SK, yo minya. Anopai nipa yefiri kakra si ye kancha agum kakra. Minem se ba misu adwuma. Abusianfo, it makes sense. It makes sense to say there is assistance schools. Ebiana schools no omo ne boarding dormitory. Ebiana schools no omo ne dining halls. Ebiana schools no omo ne akade ayebema school no atimi aye the admit more people, and I say school no timi provided the necessary infrastructure for the student. It makes sense to say me jai say school na to na me say me Kwakosi e blocks because of say I want to be recognized to say it is me that I started this project from scratch. Jimmy and I can say so the okam ponchi gu gurem so omunko adidi na omunko adidi na omunya ma ya yenka ponchi fufuro so omunko didi. And this is schools wo omanum dada omunne the facilities so to provide the quality education to the people. It is more sensible to provide these infrastructures so that they can have the quality education. That is what Nana Addo leads and Dr. Mahuda Omia administration. Ghana. Now it is on record. When ye Green Book asem, enye pentimamento, enye can say a web designer issue. Where ye credible sources. Every single school in Ghana, every single SHS in Ghana has benefited from this government. We are not talking about free SHS policy. We are talking about infrastructure being, making it comfortable for the people, creating a clean and sustainable and a quality environment for the students to feel proud of going to school. And I'm what be and I want to from scratch. Where Jimmy? What baby dear? Abusia Panino, let's do this scenario. We are Abusia Panino, a friend of Ababi di Abusiano so. Oba yeno, na Abusiano wa Abusia fear esi hodada. Nambo na yese, empomane pronom na yese, yen share ni ye. Deɛ na wobɛyɛ wobebu saa dan na gu na wasi foforo anaasɛ saa dan na esi hɔ no na wobɛkora no There now by Shemwadre or comment section box. Interbusia, that issue of the national devils now, or modity abontin say, abane baye, or no ankasa NC school from scratch. No? Apart from fact to say, it's a yentro. Apart from fact to say a yentro, because the government has built a lot of schools from scratch. But the issue is said, those schools were built at places where there were no schools, which is sensible. Baby Anna SHS ni bin ni hono. The government built new ones. But baby Anna free SHS ni bi hodada. The government decided to make it comfortable, expand it, create a qualified environment for the student so that they can feel proud to be Ghanaian citizens. And then you delivery track number. You can go and watch. And then me say, Modi and this for Montra ho na monwene say the youth of Ghana no. Somebody monwene say the youth of Ghana ye Jimmy ye nimu nyansa. So your way of doing the propaganda machinery made or prepared by a Shedun Katia Sami Jamfi and the other Mkwasiafo Mudi or Mwachino your friend is saying a fifi quatenum no. Mimia, this time it is not going to work. It is not going to work. It is not going to work. You know why? Because today, because of the digitalization, the mantle of the world today, every youth has access to the internet. Every obibio woman no mubiano, especially the youth, the greater part of the population, we are all on the social media. And we see with our Gani, we see how the NDC communicators, when they confront with the MPP communicators, we see how the discussion ends. And we see who is lying and who is telling the truth. And then everything is accessible. Into this time will not be like 2008, whereby people were lying on J.A. Kufuor just for power. Yentra ho mamu nye disere mu 2008 ya achire mu ankasa masian ba bonten ba be kan chire yen say J.A. Kufuor was the best ever president in the history of Ghana. Yemma e bi NCBM because of digitization, because of the fact to say people will have the access to the issues, and it is physical, not only virtual. Odi amontra ho na munni mun kwasi asem montra ho na ye Kenyan sasema ye kan what we have done. Odi amontra ho na more on unnecessary things. Odi amontra ho na munni kwasi asem na 7th December ye koto abana mu lusu a mo aba bedi mun kwasi asem. There you will see say the world is not for you. Because everything has proved clearly said since the First Republic, 1992 Constitution, Ayedi democracy by Ghana, there is no government that has built railway lines. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And it is clear say there is no government what me modern train abagana maimu. Inti we so entro. We entro. We say entro. The tema tumpakeda railway lines ya yesi ya na mo se eye trono ya sande hu train efra buruchira ba biduru Ghana. Eno entro ana. Even Mahama from Accra to Koforidua, railway line now he was not even able to do it. How can you in this era of the 21st century. How can you build railway lines with trees? How? Then how? We are primitive now. Don't you think of the future? But you get some NDC people who will come and tell you, say, Jacob, John Mahama, and build the railway lines from Accra to say Takoradi. Hey, what Jimmy sir? From Accra to Takoradi railway lines was built in the early ages of the European colonization. And yet, and Nadia, somebody, maybe Mahama did some maintenance. And you cannot come and tell me, say, the railway lines from Accra to Takoradi, an achievement that the NDC should be proud of. It is a shame. Because those railway lines were an old railway lines that was built during the Georgesburg time. But the American and Nana at the Fufra may catch it on any say, and from Tema to Mpakada, train no ewo ho a ye dia ba a model train a utra motimi charge you phone kura. Uti train no utimi san charge you phone ewo. Do you know how it is going to ease the business sector in the country? Do you know how it is going to make it possible for people to move from one part of the country to the another? Do you know how many car accidents it is going to avoid? Do you know how many people are going to, how many farmers will be able to send their product to the big cities and make money? This is what we call the carry all along developmental agenda. The carry along developmental agenda. Kenye NIAC Kamena 3. Isi Kwame Nkrumah Circle Interchange. Isi Race Hospital. Na mo amobedi akonya sebio. Nurses kura montimi amfa omo. Nurses montimi amfa omo. But go to Ghana today and ask me if you will find any nurse from 2015 batch up to 2019 batch. If you can find one nurse or if you're in your Juma, you will not find them. Come and tell me, sir, how many nurses were able to go to Europe under Mahama to work with their certificate? But then, because of the quality of the service, and as the quality of teaching, nursing training, from Ghana, you can go to any other part of the world to work as a nurse. But NDC Rebecca can't say, so far as a man fulfill or mind the government has failed. Regime. Am I been even so one can say to me feel on my ekoye nurse adwuma wa abontene ukura na wasisi o man no because on my ahodo binom they agree with with other countries and they supply them with nurses. Some nurses no more payment, part of it will go to the government of the origin of their country of origin, because of say it is their country of origin that has spent money on them to make them become a professional nurses. And this what Ghana now what me I benefited from the system a professional nurse. Now one kasa utumi kwa abonten koye adwuma je wakatua echi ni nyina de gu botoma okura na wasen abo man no kro no. But the unsensical NDC man will come and tell you, say, adwuma ni o man no munti amanfo kwa abonten ti aban na feri. Adwuma ni o man no ti na amanfo kwa abonten enti o man na feri. But he has forgot about the fact to say, aban na yɛse wamɔ ne ho mmɔden no ɛyɛ the same aban ɛna ɛyɛ den ɛna maa no ɛna maa saa nipa no the possibility to learn and to become somebody a ɛmaa na akwanya ma ne timi pagya ne mu kɔ abɔnten ɛkɔyɛ adwuma. Hwɛ meka asɛm wei hwɛ sɛ nka Ghana ɛyɛ ɔman bi a nipadɔm na ɔmo wɔ mu no ɛwɔ nimdeɛ paa me say nke ni kwan sɛ nka John Mahama enya even 30% of the total vote cast. Sɛ nka paa sɛ yɛka ne yie paa sɛ nka paa sɛ ɛnyɛ afuro direction ɛna ɛwɔ Ghanafoɔ binom so mpanyinfoɔ binom so famous people binom so nipa binom a ɔmo wɔ din wɔ ɔman nom na nka paa yɛtena se adwene yɛ ankasa yɛ man ho a nka you not see any serious man on the street campaigning for Mahama. Because he had a track record. He had a track record of of Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia as a vice president. Now you had to compare John Mahama as a vice. Mahama was not even known until Mess died. But look at the name that Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia as a vice president Ajano Womain. Look at the achievement. Look at the achievement. Look at how famous he has become. Not in negative way. It is a positive, you can say popularity. And now Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia again as a vice president. Something that is unique. Something that a Binsi Wagana Maimuda, say vice president to be so well known by the popularity. I can even say on record, say, when John Mahama was a vice president to Evans Fifi Atameos, he was not even credible to Evans Fifi Atameos. In fact, he was not even the head of the economic management team. Mahama no, as a vice president, no. Evans Fifi Atameos and Jinani and to me and Kanchen say, you will handle the economic management team. But we rather brought somebody external to do that job. Actually, I would say, financially, economically, Mahama does not fit. Enti obi a onye fit saa no. Oti ho na yebu. Obi a oni nimdeɛ wɔ saa nneɛma no ho no. Wo bɛyɛ president a oti ho na the financial people no ɔmo atwa ɔmo ahyia no. Na yɛyɛ deɛ yɛpɛ, you will not understand it. But Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, look at what he's doing. You can't say you have run from the economic management team to digitalization. Hey, who told you, say, there is difference between the digitalization and the economic management? Who told you? Who told you? Yeah, tell me here. The digitalization is the pillar of an accountable economic management. Me say, digitalization, it is the pillar for an accountable economic management team. You see, corruption in the country. You see, tax invaders in the country. You see, money laundering in the country. Yes, ye mpesa amanfo be wi amanfo sika. Ye mpesa amanfo be frodo amanfo. Mia, kwambe so no be fa so betumi a control sa ne ma we. Wodi wani. Anase wo hia system a ono ankasa be san a control sa ne ma we yama. Tell me, I want you to write it in the comment in the comment section. Yes, ye mpese aban adwumayefo ebebo aban no koro no. Leakage ewo our economic our financial sector or yempe anane kwa me am akwa yes yempe se kronobo ebekọ so ewo aban adwumayefo mu omote the various institutions are money in money out yempe se corruption baba ho yes yempe se yenka ne say amanfo be invade taxes adwumawurafo yempe so be invade taxes. Yes, our financial sector, amanfo be take advantage of the weak system. Na omudi awia abayani sika. Yes, sabio money laundry be koso o man no. Enti mi bisa wo. Kwamba so no betumi afa so a saa nima we nyina ubetumi asi anon kwan. Wodi wani makosua we wani makosua mienu we ya wodana wani se wo hwe benkum a nifa unhu de ekoso ho no eno na wode be control anase ubehia bibibia ebetumi anya ani ewo benkum nifa anafo ene atoe enti se yekese Dr. Maud Bawumia adwan afri the economic management team akọ digitalization nipa obeka saa no ekire wo se nipa no nimu nyansa ewo sika ntotoyem ekire wo se enipa no nyante ne ho ase kwan ben so na ebefa so a ebe kekere oman no mpanfo monsa gu omo achi omo ntimi nwie sika so bi ka saa kire wa na onyante ase se onim na se ekire se nipa no onim kwan ebefa so a yebebo modene se enipa binum aban no amomo adwuma wo various institutions and various sectors no yebekikire omo nsa gu omo achi omo ntimi mokoro no wo man no nipa nyante ase yo like adunsia yes I'm back bro. Good morning to you. Say obi eka sa asem no kire wa na kire wo say the person want the country to be a better place but onim nindie ewo kwan ya ebefa so a ebe ma oman no ebe ye better place no oni sa nimdie no well I mean me I always want to compare Europe to my country na me dey achiro die ntia da bia me kasa me support Dr. Maud Bawumia me Kennedy Japan big supporter pa me Kennedy Japan die high fan obiani but so who say koko chichie efiri nso ase abeka akire o say den chema wua yesi ye ngina chinje enti say me am ye the one of me I'm the first person to be a higher that fan of Kennedy Japan on the social media a record a BC obibia no omo aba nyina they came later because they are after money they want to get money from Kennedy Japan that is what they are doing. But me, I was the one na me to me kate Kennedy Japan videos they to abonten in 1 million views, 2 million views. I started that. Straight away from net Oman FM, net 2 FM. I was the only person and I me kate Kennedy Japan yema. But one day came in and said to his premises, you know, I knew say Kennedy is a philanthropy freelancer, whatever you want to call him, a business mugu. Basame pesame my gun and pajani bunkona nima. I knew say Dr. Mawood Bawumia, because of his track record, because of his performances, because of his initiatives, because of his mentality, because of how he is, I came directly and told my fellow Kennedy Japan supporters, say, Mimianom, let's support Dr. Mawood Bawumia. And maybe we can prepare Kennedy Japan for another era. But people did not understand me. People did not understand me. And he said, Sandy Power friend Dr. Mawood Bawumia, Atimias Samme, die hard fan Kennedy Japan. I'm a me the Dr. Mawood Bawumia chia. We are conscious now, we are wise here. There's someone who said that man called Dr. Mawood Bawumia is a blessing to Ghana. I mean, let me compare the Europe to Ghana. I mean, sure, the entire say the man have idea of changing the country from where we are to a better place to live. Hey, mo brushina munim the eco system no more. The amodia moduna ne se bibia no ye beto ni sei na entisa o. Entisa. In fact, in the early 80s, in the early 70s, 80s, the corruption practices in this European country was really high. Tell and next I building a dying fair a fear beautiful house so you who are broaching. In the early 70s, 80s, and 90s, it was not like that too. The control of the people by the government, in the early 70s, 90s, 80s, 90s, people were doing whatever they wanted to do. But how did everything change? It all changes because they introduce a database, a national database of people in the countries. I guess a national database now. Me for example, say, come to me a correct informations about all the people in the country, and they got them put in one place. Say the be on to your control. Eyeho and a shas ye who say nipa way a mafia, a nipa way a riesica, a nipa way a baya jumanso riesica, a nipa way a jija manfusicans now a service amount. Because I say when we got all the data, no, we know how much money you were earning at a month. So your expenditure, if your expenditure is higher than your earner, then you must come and tell us, where did you get that money that you are spending from? And the same thing across Ghana with the issue of the national ID card. Ghana Kurano, we are advanced in this system. Why? Because 3-4 years ago, now the national ID card in the country called Italy, nay people. It was a paper thing like this. Into the qua, nay attraction information, they are good data. So, but then, omo ye the chip ID card that with chip in the Ghana ye ni bi en ye no Ghana no. Entimia. Semima who said it was through this authentic identification system. And a Europe, Atima Baby Europe, where Jinan and Nanso, Ama a here for more Europe, Omunye a here for Quatrequa, na mmom no sɛ anya hwee aban no tumi hu ɔmo number otumi hu the number of poor people in the country na otumi support ɔmo through the identification system. Now what would not let me think say through the national identification system in Ghana can result to a system whereby we will know the poor and the rich? Why shouldn't I believe that? Intimate said Dr. Mawood Bawumia idea was much focused on the national identification activity, and I'm saying, no, this man is somebody that have Ghana at heart. Minyati said Dr. Mawood Bawumia talk about digitalization. Minyati said Dr. Mawood Bawumia talk about house address system. Say you be create an authentic address for each citizen. I'm saying, no, this man is the civilization leader of the country. Minyati said Dr. Mawood Bawumia said he want to make sure say from this generation, as soon as you are born, we will give you an identity, an authentic identity in the national base. I'm saying, no, this man is a revolutionary. Minyati said Dr. Mawood Bawumia say, why? Identity Ghana for yet to good and fear to do away na yen gold to cry yedi back our currency in our central bank. Minyati said the man was thinking about this since I'm saying, no, this man is the civilization leader for the country. Because Niamani be wa na ya reho etwa afum. So what to good? Since Georgesburg, Breshubet, Emapemene, go to send a central bank or the protective currency. You see what I'm talking about? Intermemia, these are things that you compile them, compile analysis, and I can. Actually, I would say the man have a vision which is superior than every government that we have ever have in the country. Actually, I would say Dr. Mawood Bawumia, he is conscious and he's aware and he know what is development and he know what is civilization and he know how to build a solid and for phenomenal country, a unity, a come together. I wish the previous government, everybody has come and gone. The woman, they have all come and gone. Situation a woman and one a woman. Mahama ya monka na asem on dey kura bobo. The worst government that Ghana has ever have. So why shouldn't you think like the way I'm thinking? Now, you look at somebody who have a different mentality, a different way of thinking, a different way of solving the problem. Number no, Africa for the system is like this. The system is not like this. Say every human being on this earth is a stubborn creature. We are saying a woman, every creature, every human being is stubborn. But it takes you, the leader, to put him in line and make sure say he will follow the principles of the leadership. In this na yɛbɛgyina wototo paapae so na yɛdwene sɛ yɛkye sika ma amanfoɔ anya bi adi. Nana Jumai, good morning to you. Yɛkye sika ma amanfoɔ anya bi adi. Yɛtoto V8 de akyɛ amanfoɔ ɛna ɛyɛ governance de a na ɛkyerɛ wo sɛ ɔman no yɛayera. Sɛ yɛsɛ amammuo, amanyɔ, amankyekyereɛ, ɛne sɛ wakɔfa nkurasefoɔ bi a ɔmo sɛ ɔmo yɛ actors a ɔmo pɛ ɔman no so mfasoɔ adi na ɔmo nim sɛ ɔman kyekyerɛ no yɛ bringing everybody on board. Number one, no V8 bi yɛde bɛma ɔmo. Kaa bi a ɔmo bɛtɔ de akyɛ ɔmo. Adan bi a ɛbɛboa no ma no asi ɛna ɛyɛ ne aim in terms of governance. I tell you, say we are going backwards. Because it is none of these things. It is none of these things. It is none of these things. Development agenda no is different, quite different from all this bullshit. Dokono boye den. Me de anwa bag be brew. Me ba mema mo holidays. Me ba o yekramonia. Mudi Ramadan ni wiya mema mo more holidays. That is how can a president do a campaign basing on this? Aye Jimmy. National holiday, no, it is not the one person that decide. Though. I'm not saying Nkramofo my more holiday show. This is issue of parliament, whereby the parliament will sit down and discuss and find a way to do it. And your campaign message. Abro bi chira dan era ntwimi amu akwawa. SK, oda so tarim. So why the year juba? Abere obi tra ote ho kire wo se oman no ye problem nie ye ni nipadom a mo wonim de wo niema we ho entina wo se ye ntumi mfine ye we na ye nkreti nipa o benya sa nim de no na o de asolve ye problem no na obi so number bi kan kire wo se to abama me na me ba me mo holiday na wo so de kire bodede Sid Krufi, maybe I'm a quaba. I was here, more YouTube, so your friend Rush Media GH. I am not more follow me or so now hear me videos and so on. Tiomia, obey your problem. Now, also the solution towards your problem, no. Now, obey so can't say, I want to come and give you holiday. And no, any campaign. And you people are after the person, Krappen, National Builder, John Mahama, the Excellency, the one, then confirm one. Oh, I see, SK. Thanks for being here, bro. Hey, and now I make a same we say. Hey, Babianado. Aye adwuma we yakwa koduro no wahu Shegana for yema Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ebeli the country with for another good 8 years. Nobody will vote for NDC anymore. How Mr. Samuel Kennedy Japan supporters no almost a lawyer. Almost a lawyer, they are not thinking about the country, they are thinking about their loyalty. Nano so almost me a cromfo. Canada Japan supporters, SMM a cromfo, yes, come and quasia for no problem. Jimmy Kuomobra, Mr. Kwesi, was 99% of Canada Japan supporters are fools. Brand and Echo when I was showing. Babia, Nando actually Ghana Maya Kwakudru and Nano. Said Dr. Mando Umia Betwaso for another 8 years, and this a bit vanish from the system. Who? Enti, Omaimu, a school for a benefit, a nurse for a benefit, a teacher for a benefit, and Quadam a benefit. Oh, a bangway, Namamum. Tell me any sector in this government or in this country, a bangway, and Fabi before be mamu. Can I mention the abem? Sɛ wo si baabi wɔ hɔ ɔmfa nhyehyɛeɛ foforɔ ma ayɛ a anaasɛ ɔmma nkɔsoɔ mma hɔ a ka na menkyerɛ deɛ ɔde aba hɔ. Da bi a meka sɛ so far as we are Ghanaians, so far as a system na ɛwɔ ɔman nom ɛyɛ weak no, ɛwɔ nneɛma binom wɔ hɔ a you can be the most goodest leader in the country. You cannot avoid them. People will do it because of say we are Ghanaians and we are thieves in our brain. It is a scandal bisi ewo amanyo num na eba abontre whilst the government is in power. Actually will say the government is transparent, but it is that there are some people in it omuwo awudi adwene no bi wo omutim te se mene wo a obite ha e de ne sika ma o se sidan man wo Ghana wo wi ano no. That is what we are facing. And you cannot avoid the say under this administration there will not be scandals. You cannot avoid the say under this administration eyenti say asembia sienya asempa. You cannot avoid because we are Ghanaians and our mentality is like that. And in Tia, me can chile say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia initiatives with the national ID card, the Ghana, the national database system, the solution to the problem because it is going to track everybody and the system will be self-supervisional to each and every Ghanaian. Either you are government, you are president, or whoever you are. And sikafoni binom ahyase kasetia Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Adentia because asikafo na omumfa omusika na invest Ghana produce the yehia wo manum ema yenya adwuma nye asikafo na omuwo sika na nso de o se omu produce wo manum omu se omu produce na omu di sika na kwakoto afira brochire de aba o manum amaya ton abodin adi no omu usu adenti omu usu a ena omu beduru port ho a enam system egu akwan mu ntino omu ntumi mfa importation duties omuntumi nkonare with the customs enche ni biem eninti esikafo ni binom nso no eninti ankwasiafo no bi no omo de tax invasion na ye omo idea of survival no omo nso no because first nka uduru port ho a na unim custom bi wɔ hɔ na ne tena ase mu di nkɔmmɔ kakra a ɔsɛ ɔntua 5 a ɔsi tua 1 na fa 2 ma no now they are firm. But today the system is not allowing you to do that because a digital and na me kan kyerɛ ɔno sɛ untumi mfa w'ani mmienu wei and control a population of 30 million. Ìwọ w'ani no wohwɛ benkum na ɔda ne w'ani ɛhwɛ nifa a benkum deɛ ɛkɔ so wohu ne biem. But what the system not to hɔ the system will be 24/7 activated in supervising each and every living thing on the land. And non the economical stability. And in the zero corruption practices. And in the accessibility to social services. In sense, say there will be a lot of money to support the poor and the middle income people in the country. Daniel Entry, please don't mind this, those of Kennedy Japan supporters and focus on a good speech. Thank you, Daniel. Seal Kurufi, or say performance tracker is the best to show government works. Yes, it is putting headache in the NDC. Corruption is everywhere, including Europe. But because of good system, it is difficult to do corruption in the Europe. Yes. And a brand can Brano or Chama Semsutia. Or Chama Semsutia. Corruption will help. But the Nipani Binum or Motia Bruchin, so Montia Bruchin. So far as Oko Juma, na ye piano cantin, onim the echo system. Ntiabushanfo, me say, Yemma Nanado Danko Kufuado enwie the next 8 months na eda na nim no. Eno achi, ni ama Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia aba betwa 8 years e de aka ho. You will see how Ghana will tend to. Because the sign of his idea no, clear. You can't challenge it. Me, I don't want to do say, and this for you say, and MPP so I say you. No. I want to tell you why you should think for the future. I want to give you the basis. I actually say the idea in that man brain no a revolutionary. And I remember that metonyum and just say NPP for a abɔfofoɔ daabi ɔmo yɛ Ghanafoɔ adwemmɔne na ɛda menum yɛ tim a yɛde wia yɛ maame sika yɛnwia bi adamfo bi sika no saa MPP foɔ no ɔmo so ebi wɔ ɔmo tim but kwan bɛn so ɛna wɔbɛfa so a saa adwemmɔne no ntumi nyɛ adwuma. It is only through a serious system a ɛbɛ supervise obiara. And this is the serious system no ba ɔman no mu a NDC for ɔmo nyɛ adwuma NDC for yɛ wo ɔmo bi emia adwuma da NDC for asɛ ɔmo aban ɛnte akonnwa so a ɔmo nyɛ sika na ɔmo adidi no politics will not be a good job for them anymore because of say you cannot rob the state money anymore and that will bring the end of the NDC and that will make the NDC collapse and maybe they can build a new NDC. Yes, SK, you can join. Why not? Mame mfa ayi nuntum. Oh, How can I? But post a comment, okay. Boss, me de atum why? Me de ayi me de enkan say me de link na to me join. Say Dr. Manuel me timi complete this process. Na eba be ye solid. And this Yamanyoko, say the Mimia Kwesia Samoa Ubisa no. Say we need to collapse the NDC party. No. It will automatically collapse because of say their ideas of being in politics is to make money. Among you know mine home. And so say the system is making it difficult for them to rob all these faces in the NDC. I said Dunkatia, Samuel Kujatabra Kwa, Fifi Kwate, John Mahama, Sami Jamfi, and all this they will all vanish because they will see say there is no room for them anymore to milk the country's resources. Yes, and all kind of CPP was built on foundation of lies. After Kwame Nkrumah, the party has collapsed. Yeah. SK, me link natum. Ultimate request why? I think you get me. A national communal labor. I was saying it 7th December 2024. Na yen country NDC for say bye abremo monko fina monko da. We are remaining mu ye no ne menkasa. I'm talking with you, bro. Ajuma Ben and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Why when you are see apart from politics? I am so am I one of the richest men in the country. Or when even Essene Kennedy Japan. Mahama was scarcely Kennedy Japan. Look at how many businesses Kennedy Japan is doing in Ghana. Mahama was scarcely on one Kassanimia Ibrahim Mahama. Look at how many businesses Ibrahim Mahama is doing. Ebane saying, Ena Mahama, was scarcely any power in Yina. Ebane saying, Corono Cassia, Airbus scandals, $20 million. Now I did a good bottom. Construction of Kwame Nkrumah Circle Interchange. One interchange, $270 million. $80 million. Now Mahama Ajino de Aguni bottom. Na ye kamo mayenka. Mudimafu. Ne monkwasi akeka edit TV show. Edit Facebook so, edit YouTube so, denigrated the image of Ghana while somebody is sacrificing his strength and knowledge to let you live well. You may ask about woman fan to show. SK.
Ejumora na abalande no.
Wow.
Ejuma gidi me. Motimenka.
Yeah, me too about what you do.
Me mentimi ame honka. I don't know say motimenka dia any fire.
It's good. It's good.
Very good because when you confirm YouTube or you know Facebook name mantin. Okay. Ebusia for me chia na mo was my share pa my microphone. I think say mostly people now me maybe say biso mu ni Facebook no. Enti ne yemfa say me ma man na e wo me WhatsApp platform no so. Enti me say enye akaka ogbenya mu na. But o kasa no ka asem bi. Obendi ya na ye me de pa. Na e ma me yes me wura. Na ma be kan bi kakra. Na o pese o chere say NDC for as we be we transfer them to some one me bia na say me say na say ma wura ho say obi betimi asora no pa na odware na akodi lem because to won han ya because to bon Mahama Okay. Adaya oni motive bia. Na oni motive nda ne se. The Ghana for. But as a ka pa o si adwin a. Si adwin yi pa no asore no akoso okuto na mama hama. Adaya obusan se den ne ha no a. Eno an se MPP nye. NDC nye. Na na do ba onye hwe. NDC so ba o ma nya hwe tini. Ni motive ni se NDC nye o ma nya hwe ana MPP ba o ma nya hwe dia e wo so go back no ko to my God me be so mo question etiefo ne o mo ka sense mi na se me the boat me ye Ghana ni e moja obi mu Mr. Mafo so ti we moja obi mu ono so e wodi ba e moja kura na we ba dia e wo le tirim enye bi ne wo betirim David adia obeti me na bia ye me ntim fama dwenye and no doesn't mean say you na a human being as the same way you use the same blood no and say we it is say ya the same thing and I use it here this hand go be ware miensa obi so mpeso be ware miensa obi be ware 10 na dwimu eni obi so dwimu so be ware kra our life it won't mean can tell me say mahama o e ba na eso onye ana na do so ba no unya difference bia ade so bia na dwimu eni ntira wiase nyina na utie program na me ye na eye say omode amaye say wiase nyina amanya omonwen oh enye jimi ni de no fufura san ba esu jimi no hwe esu jimi no te say wiase nyina omasa ye record a ya set record mienu a eno ma mienu ya set to Africa no ano odi e wiase amanya omonwen anwen kura no omohwe last 10 e wiase nyina e kura Taya anya kura wiase omonwen kura Ghana to 10 yes me doja opa bosesi a uwie ya check it me boa enu na me tie me hwe always my post video be no pai me hwe I say don't get your comment pe ana me yam sheme na so ma check na me research ana me hu say no kure enye wanwa isama bo enye wanwa say obi so wakoto ba ma because NPP nye onim fefe to 1 minute Agini nyaduma ye tinipedua na ebre nipedua na sofa anu ntina mo man na ebre no enwie mo ye ye no o ma nya nwie unum de ono ye nwie mu no committee through social media through asore region o mo hu se ene Togo fombo e make impact positive side social media. Yeah, so yeah, almost say, because I can almost translate it. But yeah, no, insult and negativity always. And the back when improve, I could different standard. That is the motive behind all this. Now, if we are sick, a mama will remember that. A mine ain't cry, you do. And yeah, and it's also do. Now we na so Ghana na se still ano o si o go and pass obi eni so o just na se wo sa bi we na atwa class before from Kwame Nkrumah person basic 2006 I think the 206 and I say yeah no 209 was visa 204 near to 4 yes near the 4 from Satam no besi John Mahama time 2017 near consider 4 from another time year education by ya omo to hu say enye no and let me improve ya into number 10 yes we na me say we nipa wo pin say nipa bin a na wo so na ropa mente wo kasa eno na ya me yeye baby am dey fire dey say den you wo dey me wi a metie ni na mente me phone back on dia baby am dey fire phone we dem say settings dey complete but me say dey wo ka me hwe no me hu me redo ano dia me say wo ka wo just say ya na me trans ya me tibu say But sometimes we say, okay, and then normal things say, you know, but doing the same thing. Body, Emma will be said to be a normal. You know, but practicals here, anybody can practice anything. Practicals here, come on to now. Obia, some what they said, now, with my I share. The practicals is different than thinking.
Yeah.
And the Sabi who buy also say Sabi who also we NDC at still NDC. My gentleman. Also where whom be say who be Yankasa Mahama and Bibia. But in terms of development, improvement, you know, now we are more ahead.
Yeah.
More ahead. And you the also say, also when I won't remember when you practicals, you know. Just go and see the practicals. And I'm busy. Practicals so can do when you say when echo. So when you know what the empire say when you know said when you move in what's so why? What's so thing? And what do you mean can't say upon all another 8 years in now? You still saying that Nanado yet. And he was go back to Muhammad. I am madness. And looking at Esrian because what's I could talk about the Muhammad and Samra already, you know. She said, what I'm waiting for, I be a company. Oscar natural machines or reliable. I did be a sticker, no, I'm finding the machine like a reliable. When the kind of people will say, oh no. Only policy on to me name or available. And then they also want for a new practicals and echoes are also on the one or no within the channel. As a common sense, nature will say, well, say because name a mere player into any or no crime, actually say, well, who said because but who are within a channel? Still insist that BBM also, but we're not there. What not there be to say, at the end of the course, name and yet 18% member in the year. It means there is something going on.
Yeah.
International. Now one can say, Jenny in the party. Nebusa, I say, I quite say, okay, somebody, whatever I say, Jimmy, when we say, Troy, do at them, and Yamama, we at the year on baby do at them. Open comment as you be do at them. Say, as someone American true. First of all, and then Yamadum, then it's a more lunch apple. As they say, when you say, I dare have been saying my memory to 2 + 2 crowd him to no app won't mean coso. In Tim Classino, when you say graduate, on baby Biswa, a baboma who being our uncle apple. Open say, and then there was a call. Uko app no so a. Ade bia wo na wo se se wu ye no. Uko haba ko mu ho. Ni video, pictures, complete, ongoing, everything. E wo app no so. Uko a na wo akofan. And then you may hu adwuma. Ni ato ebo ase. Baako na se be ya trachere so mo so mu hu ye.
Yeah.
He said, and so why na maka no nko a said be ya yin said am ye ni bebre no na amanfo adwuma ye hwan no na to mo hu say na se be say oba ye no wa mebu o ma ne kwase sika a wodi wo abesi am so agi na no e no kre ba wo de kwana rate no out of 10 na Mahama time from Kwame Nkrumah besi Mahama time no na e 10 ratings. Yeah, I have this year 10 regions. This year, almost boy, every year, you might now 16 regions. I don't know, but any Juma 1 year unprecedented. Me say, now Juma 1 year or Ghana, any Baumia on 1 year. Say, me papa say, and just say, be a development. Name of food, any particular. and they have the two of Papa no say, almost kind of crap. Even on one of Muhammad, I proven to say, and no man air cost. Free education, first of all, almost declare saying, yet. What was free education? And yet, along the line, almost always I know. From 208, 207, and other guys obey free education.
Yeah.
And now almost said the yes and trouble in Shebu. Etienne policy now, when you be president is all they know. Or be many first to almost I shall lay a demonstration at St. Trouble in Shebu. As a more boycott, and I ain't me dead to from 208. And now almost Casa wanting what and we're going to up to date. But Adena was here, Juma. Adena was here, Adena was here, any possible. Adena was in for so. And me post ya. I see okay. I see a get ya. As I Trump was you said. Obibia, what graduate? Oh, no, come with me to word out is here. I will free education on back. On next government, so many million back. Yes, I say, we are useless. And for so news, so say, for so obey you. Obibia, we mistake. And the man, I'm check it. In Jimmy, Agimuharo, baby, who the old races here, messenger. Maybe a messenger is here. It is a way of Babu. Now to Ghana. Now, only Pana on one side, said, who I will call free education piano. Omu ni Nikaka. Young for Juma. That's here. But the same person now, Omukai, the same party, Omu leader also. That's how one Tabaka said, free education on the back. Till at the end, I will see Omu dear. Omu first graduates in 2 year university. Omufiu wasama katika Ghana for ni leader no ono na ye omukani no na o no say media me ba the same graduate na me for the school na papa na you can say a private school no omu prefer say and I say papa no on do ba why the private schools na say free yes we condemn Ghana for now ade na we say anya me say Muhammad say oba free education na enye no we graduate here yem for adwuma no after the or side the same free education no thinking no ano de or sama private schools na we dey emphasize omo de ne ye entike na ye nya we no na yem for kakra na aka na yem no ho ban no or sama for omo so abeka de asem no ho de enye no doesn't make sense Mr. Mafia, does it make sense? Who the one kasa Sinabusa who said a certain get Mokai, any Mahama Sama Waka, any the honor Mahama Sabaka. But still, Kofu could TikTok on it for social media. My name, Quale Mahama Bag said, oh no, we are the most supernatural. And let me tell you to me, maybe see for one. Now, Doctor, I think the head of department in Baku nursing training or I don't understand the question. He said, she say, unless if we be school or more fee into a combine number for someone say yes, of course, or maybe school be name before 20 from common Kruma person. I have 2012 2016. Not any power with me employ 12,000. Yes, or make it record. No, me say we have some shaman nobody. Any 12,000. As at now, and I don't come from 2016. I've been almost 30,000.
Yes. That is correct.
Yeah.
I have
30,000. You know.
Yeah.
ABS account of you. Or see yes, a true say Bibeka ABS account of you because through free education, I'm calling now school now.
Does yes.
And after school, no, more special nursing trainings, and if you go university, it is student like more. And Tibusa, I said before, no, next student, never said about 5,000 in your school. In about 5,000 and we call secondary school no movie. Omumu 2,005 for pet. And it me at my it was so. And then a nipple more than 500,000 and the go school.
Yeah.
And a mood to say the difference, you know. A mood to 250 at the minute. Obusako said, share distance, you know, 2.5, any 250,000. I tell them government. Nemo, and she said, as you become name with me. Now, be a so be aso because of my panic for buy or by basic schools free. Then as kindergarten to JSS and Osama Mobiani. All back on let's microphone in name school. I want to to Uncle Secondary School because a bus and do not jive private schools, no. A government school because of feeding only our phone in this canal. It's a man school with two quiz over Kaya. Who was up before what they be obviously, see a number of epic and then the school name. Okay, more, yeah. Tell me a schools couldn't buy because then the parents are still to government schools, you know. And another who said, Debbie, and Kofu, yes, and was be a mom. It must be back. Must have my SHS. I free said the bay on the sign at was now from Emre. It's how common sense you let me be him. I'm what me represented. I'm a dini yet man. I'm a nipa a schools at time before time now. We know Yanum baby 8 years. I'm on your waste of you. Sir, 8 years now. Mahama Nina buying and this beside a time hormone. Education level. I waste.
Yeah,
million but what must say? I am now to buy a year. What's I must have if you want to because I was 8 years, you know. Every year be any but do what? Enter school. We are here. Ebekosro. It is a mother most Monterey, Moonhore, Nasa Mosemo Nenia. Hey, Moncoto Bado. We a student here, Kotoban Mamma. We a babuna, Kotomano. The Babwam Matobandiamano. Make Kufia Miri and Hammy. Can it be a some more mini be more? Yea, the Babwam, number 2 and from Mahama. The Babwam, you push it. Nasa who is school or Bano by any real label. One thing so I can't amount for being maso. So I will label also by any good said. When the can't say I offer you school fees. Into your home can say, and Cabana Yes, now more, but you're there who say we. Yeah, Gana Carlos Mobianque. Oh, yeah, Gana Cardinal. Musimo Bianco yet. She said, when I identify, everybody away we pay. Maybe 2 million, 3 million, when I can card with that identification number. It's when you know, and I say, I'm not going to say they walk as I'm passing. Open say, almost get to Yana. 2 identification card, you bet me who say, Mr. For 20 million, and you wait to make an now, see, also by identification number being you, the mere. One name is a carpenter, may have my 40 million. Obianim. 2 cats will be our head man sick also now, but your school fees. Point I by identify. Won't me identify anyone. It means that free education na Uber totally. Yes, it is also Obana say, Obama Omo Mosika, at me to your school fees, no more muniscano, Omo de free. At say. Me near Ghana Cardia, me a billionaire Ghana, the Baba said, me by Jumania. Ever sack for how can see it? Who by them was a nipple anyway, as I about mine. And the better thing I said about through identification card. I must say that Mamu about Mekayan. One more we had Makasakan, he be first attitude, Musicani Bra. Or so much. Yankas won't just school fees, you know. By a better gabi, every pay. Akosopoto said they will yet it is and the support to who I would give you full time, we have full hour, without regular, without we have full time. Yet, you see, can be the was I know, man. It's just simple. Really, would have any day. Apart from another, a day, school day, is in another Egusua, wire a fire. Who think as I'm beside and I was in the world as I see the foot. A finance, apart from Sikasem, so could you be sent to Bishop, about Bishop, about Bishop? And then how about you? Either say we go straight,
yeah,
and answer the okay, yeah, we won't go for be a tribute, then go for being tribute, and also me that because 8 million possible Ghana. He said out of 32 million population, 32 million, and look at every pet and a work on a card. To bear on the bar, Manico school, which I form a reference, you know. Okay. The bear with me at was Pronto. See,
Abushanfo, Yemia SK, and I attain and canon. And Timiano. So, Sajmo, when I was saying Kaya, were bruching and Kaya knew. Chania Mawinum, and I was saying Kaya, were bruchina. Yahoo systems, Yahoo Koswo. Yahu kwanya abrofo faso ebu omoman no. This is what we are supposed to do. Compiling the situation, the systems from one place to the another. It is not about me NDC ni, we MPP ni, but it is about thinking about our country first. And I was saying Kayenya, but unfortunately, Nipani binom afuno modenam. And Nipani binom nyansan ni ho. Eya me yasem bre kan kire me say go for. Even in the shit, no, we are still heading to forward. Because from 4 to 10, no, it's just a free education, no, ye bibi. Nipana bina shasi esesa. Now the monkoswa. Na mo mra social media no so medi ntro nkyere Ghana fo na so man ne hye ya e do man no ekoma nipa omfata eho na me no ye behu abusianfo ye twa more than 1.5 hour me da mo nyina ase na mo bre me soro wa ba ha ya mesra wo se bo modra na follow me and as subscribe e wo me YouTube channel e frame me Ras Media e wo YouTube mo. So I said, but moderna cross subscribe ho. Said the bear me pa waiting a him so ewo YouTube. A handsome follow page na na waja comment and so na ya kind edit amount. Victor C.D. Young say MPP is the best performing president in Ghana political history. It is a fact that nobody can dispute. Just see all the development project undertaken under the Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and his MPP government. Yeah, it is fact. It is undeniable unless we are watching some person bedroom and now ube say asimu ya mi bra ya twere enya no kure. Victor Siedu ida wase ene u contribution. Umen kan comment kakra. Samuel Akuno, I say the NDC, maybe I to say, I say the NDC have to go to free SHS. They are narrow-minded. Anyway, Dr. Bawumia all the way. Yo, we thank you for your comment. So interesting. Don't worry, bro. Victor, don't worry. Yemia Kwesi Asamoah, my biggest supporter of all time. Bro, I salute you. I thank you always being here. Say, follow me, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, I message say, Obe Remechi Akwai, YouTube, Ras Media GH. I say, all those useless people are following John Dramani Mahama because of money. They know he can't win power. Inshallah, your bumpire say to me, I happen say Muhammad to me win power. Abusianfo medamu nyina ase ne mo bre. Bra kwasi medase. You have been here since at the beginning. To say SK. SK so sir, he was here since this morning. And I really like you for your time. Yemia Victor C. Do Younger say, watching you live from Lordminster, Alberta in Canada. You're welcome to this page. If this is your first time, just try to hit the follow button so that anytime that we come, you can get notification that we are live. Abuja for me don't be here. YouTube channel also no. One more YouTube so echiamo edamwase enemobre. Until we meet again. Adios.